Last episode, another injury to Hugh Gill leaves the team short on attacking options, but we make our way up to third place regardless. Hey, welcome back, Respected Jeff here with episode 8 of this West Ham career. This is a special cup episode. We got the FA Cup kicking off for round 1, and then it's back to the leasing.com trophy right after that. So in the league right now, we sit in third place. Not bad at all. We're 4 points off of second and only 6 off of first. So a couple game swings here could see us take the top of the league if we continue performing like we are. So for this cup, I'm going to give Lance Alexander a shot up top. We're going to rotate our team a little bit, because we do need to give some of these players minutes. Archie Hall starts in the middle of the park. Calling in for Noble, who will get a rest. It's Kemp, who gets a rare start at right wing. And aside from that, the team remains unchanged. Alright, here we go in action against Grimsby Town. We're back in front of the home crowd at least, so that'll give us a little bit of a boost, but I don't know how much we'll need it. We've been playing really well regardless. It's mostly an unchanged team, like I was saying, with the addition of Kemp on the right wing and Lance Alexander up top. It'll be interesting to see how those two slot in to the rest of the team here. But some of these other players like Archie Hall have really been pushing for a first team spot anyways. So I'm going to have my eye on them to see if they can impress out here and really make a bid to start over some of these other players. But regardless, the team's success comes first, so we need to work together here and make sure that we move ahead in the FA Cup. That would be a really big win for us. And hopefully get us a little bit of money too, which is going to be crucial coming into January. There's Lance Alexander with his great hold-up play, again showing what he does best, using his strength back to his man, and the play builds off of him now. It's Kemp working his way into the box, and it's deflected out for a corner. Good play from the young winger. Couldn't quite get the cross off, but it's good movement from him. And it all started with Alexander up top. The header trying to come in from the corner there, but it's away, all the way back with Johnson now, and we build out from the back. No options ahead of them though. Recycled back again. Whitaker out there at right back, over the top. Beautiful ball in for, Kemp putting a ball in, and it's Archie Hall who finishes 1-0. We go in front pretty early in this game. Well, this guy just continues to impress game after game, always making those runs into the box. He's a constant threat, and he looks to be quite the finisher as well. He's strong, he's fast, he's intelligent, he's everything that we want, and he's also one of our own from the academy, so that makes it even better. Alright, back into action. That early goal from Archie Hall really putting us in a good position now, but we need to make sure we keep the pressure up. I want to grab a second or third here and really put this game to bed if we're able to. I haven't had too much of a look at our goal yet. I hope I don't speak too soon. They're charging forward with a lot of intent here, trying to step in to cut those passes out, but they're doing a good job working it around. And Hall in the right place to head that one away. Such good stuff from the center mid already in this game. And again, Alexander doing well to find the outlet. Holland out wide. Looks to play him through, but it's an errant pass straight to the center back of the opposition. It's been a good start from the team so far. I think some of these players who aren't always in the squad have slotted in well, and obviously the rest of the team doing what they do. Our defense has looked solid so far, keeping their position here, despite Grimsby Town doing their best to get in behind, and Trott called into action. He's out there quickly to grab that ball. It's good stuff from the young keeper. And it's our other youth player, Ewan Bennett, playing out of the back. Actually, I kind of forgot he was in the lineup to start with, but it's all 3 of our academy players in the same lineup for the first time this season. We got 1 center back, 1 center mid, and a striker. That forms a really good spine for this team. If we can get all of them into some first team action over the next couple of years, that will be a really great core of players for us to build upon, but we'll have to see how they develop. Bennett is objectively the worst at 47 overall, I think, but lots more to come from him, I'm sure. And it's Hall, probably the most promising of the 3, dancing his way into the box, distributes it out wide, the cross comes in to no one in particular, and now Grimsby Town headed back in our direction. We have so much threat going forward. Still, I'd like to work on that final ball a little bit. We can't always find the man with the cross or pass inside, but I don't know how much we can expect here from a team in League 2, so we have to keep in mind where we're at right now. We're definitely going to build this team over the next few seasons. With plenty of bright spots right now. It's Holland making his way into the box, and he looks for Alexander. Again, the center back sees that one out. It is a corner, though. A chance for us to put another dangerous ball in. Near post away. Kemp trying to settle. It's good stuff. Again, Hall making that overlapping run, and he lofts it up looking for Alexander. Not the tallest Alexander. And again, Hall on the follow-up. He's been everywhere. Man of the match so far. Over the top. It's Whitaker out there to cover. Not the quickest Whitaker, but he does get his positioning spot on there. And it's very good, experienced defending there. Brilliant to win that ball back. And now it's Archie Hall charging downfield. Hall has been everywhere, and he finds Kemp. Can he get him on the return? Yes, it's Hall. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Can he finish? Oh, off the post! And it's a goal, a sloppy one, but Alexander is there to pounce on that loose ball after it ricocheted off the post. Well, what a fantastic showing it's been from our youth academy here. Archie Hall sets that move up with a great shot. Alexander there to finish the move off, and it's Bennett keeping the clean sheet so far at the back. The three of them have been outstanding. Coventry. Again, Alexander doing well to find Hall. Over the top again. Oh, looking to settle. All players looking up. Great. Kemp actually really fitting in well to this team as well. All right, start of the second half here. Grimsby with possession. We have a 2-0 lead. We look to be in pretty good shape so far. We just have to keep it up. Recovery on the wing here. Whitaker beaten by his man. Looks to clear with Cardoso in the box. Another terrible mistake at the back. It seems like we always have one or two of those in us in any given game, and now the scoreline's a lot closer than I'd like it to be. 2-1. Cullen pressing high up the pitch here, and he wins it back. Great stuff from the center mid. He's got Alexander ahead of him, running into space, gonna try to dink it over the goalkeeper. No way, he does it. Lance Alexander. Well, if the first goal looked like a fluke, I think this one has to prove that it was not. That is an absolutely fantastic finish. Well, if this is what he can do at 52 overall, I think this guy is going to turn out to be quite some player when he grows a bit more. Well, if he keeps playing like this, we're going to have a lot to think about by the time Hugo is ready to get back in this squad, because Afolayan's been playing well in addition to this. What a goal. And that really puts us back in a safe zone now. 3-1. We just got to hang on for the rest of the game here. Coventry. It's out wide. Afolayan on as a substitute, playing at left wing here. He's got Alexander running into the box ahead of him. Cutting inside. Good footwork from Afolayan. Great block from this center back. Prevents that one from getting through on target. A little selfish maybe, but he has been in good form. Chance from the corner now. It's Cullen over it with Noble absent. Into the box to no one in particular, but Afolayan makes a finish out of that mess. Great stuff. Gets himself another goal, and it seems like our strikers just can't stop scoring. It doesn't matter who we put up there between the three of them. We know we're going to get goals, and that is another one. Still 4-1. The whistle blows, and the game is over. We've taken down Grimsby Town in quite some fashion, scoring goals like crazy once again. This team is really powerful up top. We concede another one, but it doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things. We lose the clean sheet, but we come away with a huge victory nonetheless. Lance Alexander, the standout performer, and with Archie Hall also looking good, that is saying a lot. All right, well, it's straight back into cup action here, this time for the leasing.com trophy. We're going to do a little bit of training in between the games here. It's Hall and Afolayan who continue to get some treatment. Johnson as well, because he's looked really good. I think he deserves a few more overall points, so we'll try to get him there at least into the 60s, because to be honest, he plays like it. But it seems like a lot of these players who aren't particularly high rated are the ones playing the best in-game for us. Obviously, Archie Hall at 54, 55 overall, I think now. He's outplaying players, I mean, to be honest, like Noble in the center of the pitch, who just haven't had quite as much of an impression and are so much higher on paper, at least. So we're going to rotate the squad around a little bit here. Coventry gets another start. Afolayan back up top. It's Silva and Holland on the wings. And mostly the usual back line with the addition of Bennett in there again. I want to see more from him. He looked to be pretty good in that last match. All right, here we go. Bristol Rovers in the area quarterfinals here. And another chance to progress in yet another cup. We've been doing pretty good on all fronts so far. So we just have to keep it up and do what I know we're capable of and score goals. So it's Afolayan back up top as the lone striker. We've seen him struggle a bit there in the past, but we know if he gets the right service, he'll score some goals. So it's usually just a matter of how good our wingers can perform, to be honest. It's Noble playing in an advanced role behind him. I'm trying to get the best of our captain. He hasn't been bad by any stretch of the imagination, but For a 75 overall, playing in the kind of games we're playing, I feel like I should be making better use of him, at least offensively, getting assists or goals. He's just not contributing that much up top. So it's Haaland trying to find his way through, cross into the defender. Silva looking to block the cross unsuccessfully. Cardoso heads it back into the path of the man running back into our box, who slams it home. That's poor from our center back. And a big mistake from Cardoso sees us go down a goal pretty early in this game. Gotta do better than that. Little to Upson in the middle. Affeline trying to close down. Cullen getting turned in the middle of the park. It's good defending, but he misses out there on the tackle coming in. It's Upson again. Noble getting back to help out here defensively. Bristol Rovers really pushing forward, trying to grab a second here, but unable to find a real clear ball through our defensive lines here. We're doing a good job keeping our shape. It's Whitaker out there to cover. Silva, and again, Whitaker winning that ball back. It's Bennett in the middle now. He's been pretty good, Bennett. Mostly invisible, but that's really what we want out of our center backs. Hasn't made any big mistakes, and honestly, Cardoso, who's the more experienced center back, was the one responsible for that goal anyways. So making a good name for himself so far, Bennett. All three of our youth players have really shown in the opportunities they've been given this season. Ball coming back out wide though. Little clipping one in, straight down at Trott. Safe hands from the goalkeeper. Didn't threaten him at all. We might have a little chance here to counterattack. Too long on the ball in the middle, given away by Noble. It's back to the edge of our box now. Winding up for a shot. Ooh, just wide. That was not far off at all. We got to get our heads back in this game, because they are knocking on our door for a second. Noble. Playing to Coventry. Not too many options ahead of him, Affeline. Looking to take it through himself, Affeline. Can't find his way through. He's not the best dribbler. He's not the best at hold-up play. We know he can finish really well, but he just needs to work on some other aspects of his game, I think. Not too much of a threat pushing forward himself. He really just needs to be on the receiving end of like a pass or cross, or else he's not much of a threat at all. Cross coming into our box this time. Whitaker away, strong header from our right back. And now it's Silva away in space, taking a very big touch. Good stuff, Zonde Silva. He's got options ahead of him. We have men sprinting into the box, outpacing their defense. Oh, and the poor ball. The end of that move, just saw it out. Halftime whistle blows, and we go in a goal down. Gotta turn things around here. All right, back into action, and it's Archie Hall with possession now. Out wide with Whitaker. Silva. That ball almost intercepted, but Hall comes away with it somehow. It's out wide again with Ngakia now. Haaland. Cullen. Looking to play through Affeline. Little. Another cross coming in. Bennett really well dealt with. A huge header out of the back. He's 6'4", Bennett, and I think he'll really turn out to be a good player for us. And again, Affeline shanking that pass completely. I'm not sure what he was going for there, but it's been pretty poor from the striker so far. He just looks lost up top there by himself. Cardoso clips it over. Noble, great build-up play here. Lays it off for Cullen. Haaland. Affeline takes a big touch into space. Good stuff from the striker. That's much better. And he's got an option ahead of him in Zonde Silva, running there to receive the pass, but he couldn't quite get to it. It's great play from our striker and winger, but just good defending from the Rovers in the end. Pass over the top here. Now they're headed back in our direction. Oh, well dealt with. Archie Hall there to receive that at the top of the box. Ngakia. It's Hall again, lining up for that shot. It's a brilliant strike and an even better save to keep it out of the back of the net. We are denied yet another goal. It's Hall pushing forwards and letting it rip. All right, well, it's Affeline coming off. Alexander on. Let's see if our young striker can make an impression again. He did really well in the last time out. And Haksabanovic coming on as well. The two of them up top for a pair of fresh legs to help us out here. Haksabanovic getting involved early. And he clips one to the front post. Not bad at all from the substitute trying to put a ball in there. And Noble brought down outside the box. I'm honestly not sure. There was too much in that challenge, but I'll take it anyways. A free kick in a dangerous position. Gonna go a little risky here. Through the back line, over the top, looking for Whitaker. who settles, has a first-time shot. Not bad at all. Kept it on target at least. But really wasn't going to threaten the goalkeeper that much. I was hoping his first touch would be a little better. I was just going to hit it regardless, though. And a poor sliding tackle coming in there, but he misses his man. Rovers headed back in our direction again. 72nd minute. And we really need an answer here to get back in the game. Again, brilliant stuff from Ewan Bennett, the center back. He has looked so good in that back line. Hasn't put a foot wrong so far. Lance Alexander into the box. Got a couple options. Goes for it himself. Well, how about that? Not far at all from the striker. He looks so confident going forwards. And that strength to hold off his man and open up the angle for the shot anyways was really, really good. And now it's Archie Hall again, spreading that ball out wide. And Gakia, Cullen, turning. Hall again lining up for the shot. Touch took it away from him. Between him and Alexander, though, we look hungry for goals. Going forwards, it's Cullen again. Tries to play through the striker running in behind. Good movement, but also good defending to block out that chance. And again, Alexander has a shot. Well, it was a weak effort and right at the keeper, but very good stuff from the striker coming on. He's completely changed the look of our offense going forwards. Between him and Hall, we have a lot of bright talents coming through the ranks here that can really help us for years to come. Trying to close down here. We got to win the ball back. Not a lot of time left now. 83rd minute. And Silva all the way back there defensively, working very hard. Oh, that is terrible from the winger, straight back to the opponent in the box. Clark Harris, it's out wide with Leary. Whitaker unable to close down the angles there in that cross, but it goes wide. Maybe one last chance to get forward. Silva cutting inside. Still Zonde Silva. Oh, looking to play him through. Lance Alexander unable to make that final pass. And unfortunately, it just might have been our last chance as Bristol Rovers come back in our direction now. It's Trott out there to close the angle down, still harassing the opposition. Unable to completely take the ball off of him. But we look to be in a decent position now. He's back in there covering his goal. Unfortunately, 2 minutes of extra time are up. And the whistle blows 1-0, and we're out of the Leasing.com trophy. Not the biggest deal in the world, but I did want to see how far we could take that. Some promising things to take away, though. Lance Alexander looking pretty good again. Didn't grab a goal. Archie Hall running things in the center of the park again, though. All right, well, the end of our cup games here. It's back to league action. And we take on first place Swindon Town. This is a huge matchup, a potential 6-point swing for our bid on first place here if we really want to move up. And I think we can do it, guys. We've been in good form, and we just need to get out there and play our game. So directly ahead of us is Colchester, 4 points off, and 6 points ahead is Swindon Town. So gaining 3 on them would be a big deal out here. Mansfield Town has slipped to 4th place below us. So things still pretty open at this point to move around. Alright, so that big game's going to come next episode, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've been enjoying this content, please consider subscribing. And I'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode. Stay tuned for that. You won't want to miss it.